the parking garage where we're leaving our car, getting a shuttle to the airport. Are you excited to go to Hawaii?
Yeah.
There's our plane going down the jetway. Here we are on the plane. Amy and Benjamin are behind, but we have our nice little private 2 seats here.
And
Yes, James wants to show you that there's a screen. Just got off the airplane and this is our first little look of anything Hawaii, really, aside from what we saw on the plane. Headed to baggage claim, but this is really cool that they've got like a little outdoor portion here at the airport. Quite scenic and beautiful. So we have to pick up our rental car and we're doing that at Alamo. When we first got here, we had to take a shuttle from the baggage claim over to here. Even though this is part of the airport property, we still had to take a shuttle, which was a little bit of a question that we had because we didn't know how that worked, but that's how it works. We have a room on the 42nd floor of the Holiday Inn Express. Amy didn't really want something super duper high up, but we're gonna see how it is when we look out the window.
44 floors. We end up with only 2 down.
Okay, so here's a look at our hotel room here at the Holiday Inn Express. It's actually pretty tiny. I did read that ahead of time. We've got enough room for our luggage over here, but we have 2 more suitcases for the kids and a bunch of backpacks, so we're not really quite sure what we're gonna do with them. But pretty tight room space, but this is what we want to come check out here. And here is a look out the windows of our room on the 42nd floor of the Holiday Inn Express. There is a crane there that's like slightly kind of in our view, but otherwise, isn't this gorgeous? Then this is the main drag for Waikiki, I believe. We can see a little bit of the mountains from up there as well. But yeah, this is our view. Well, we just got back from eating at Marukami Udon. It is raining outside, so I wasn't able to film a whole lot, but it is very popular. Over 9,000 reviews on Google. They make the food right in front of you. There is a bit of a line. It was 2:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon roughly, so very off meal time, and there was still quite a bit of a line. Like I said, very popular. The inside, not a lot to sit. They ask that you don't reserve tables, and as soon as you're done, you leave. We got 3 different types of food. I got the gyudon, which is their sweet beef over white rice. Amy got their beef udon, which is the noodles in their signature broth. And then the kids got chicken katsu teriyaki, which is a sweet type of chicken over rice as well. The meals were very good. The food was extremely tasty, but because of how noisy it was inside and the nature of the restaurant of trying to eat quickly and then leave, we didn't do our typical food reviews down there. When we walked back, it was raining quite a bit, so we just came back to the hotel room here. But anyway, I highly recommend that you eat there. Well, we went back out for a walk with umbrellas because it just seems to be doomed for us to always deal with rain on the first day of vacation. It happened at Disney World last year. It happened here too. Earlier when we were on our walk, we saw this big tree, so we wanted to come by and take a look at it again. It's a very, very cool tree. But the way we need to go to the beach is over here off to the right of that tree. Oh look, wild chickens. Just wandering around. I did read about that, but it's another thing to completely see it. One thing to read about it, another thing to see it. Wild chickens. So here we are at the beach, which is pretty much a straight shot from our hotel. It says no lifeguard, swim at your own risk. And the cream-colored building back there is our hotel. I don't know, it took what, 10, 15 minutes to walk here? Not too bad. It was a nice, pretty walk, too, through all this, park, you know. I believe those people are swimming from the Hilton Hawaiian. However, if we pan to the left here, there's really nobody at all using this beach. Now, granted, it did rain today, and it's still kind of dripping a little bit. So it's not, the nicest beach day, if you will. All right, let's get our feet wet. Here we go. You come to the beach, you got to get your feet wet, right? How's the temperature of the water? It's warmer than California, but it's still the Pacific. The Atlantic is definitely warmer. The sun has made an appearance. We're gonna go for a walk. So this is like the pool area for the Hilton Hawaiian, I believe. Ooh, we found a koi pond. There's some more over there. Let's go see the koi. Ah, very, very nice. I could just, part of being in Hawaii, I feel like, it's just the scenery. This is amazing. Here's Waikiki at night. The kids are asleep, so I'm gonna whisper, but this is really pretty. There's a look over the parklands and some of the other hotels over that direction. It is the next morning now, and we are here bright and early at 6 a.m. We're gonna do the hike up Diamond Head, and yeah, we're so excited. Advanced reservations are required. We had to book this, I think, like 30 days in advance. It's like $5 per person, $10 for parking. You don't have to pay for parking. You can park elsewhere and walk in, but the $10 for parking wasn't bad. They do have a restroom here as well as water fill-ups. These are things that I didn't really think about beforehand, but I'm glad to know. We just used it because it's a long hike. We decided to use the fact that we were going to be jet lagged this morning.
Yeah, I was up at like 4:30 in the morning.
to come on the trail. I managed to sleep until like 5:15, 5:20, but I could have gotten up earlier. Like I naturally woke up probably about 3:30, and I just was like, yeah, nope, I'm going back to bed. We did try to stay up as late as possible yesterday, but 8:30 was as far as we made it. Well, we've left the concrete walkway behind, and now we're on, it's still like stone, it's not dirt, but it's a little bumpy. I'm out of shape. I said I'm out of shape. Despite all the walking we do at Disney, I'm sure we're more in shape than some. And it's raining, but look at this view. This is just partway up the inside of the crater here. Benjamin's a trooper. He hasn't slowed down one bit. Yeah. Another viewpoint. Oh, this is gorgeous. And we're not even at the top. We still have all that to do. Look at all those people. Honestly, it's a pretty gradual incline. It's not too stressful. Like, my legs aren't burning. I'm not huffing. I'm watching.
Hello.
So we found a lookout. Got some blue sky in the distance. We're in a tunnel. This is fun. Over here seems to be a battery of some kind. And we made it to the very, very top. This is it. Doesn't get any higher than this peak. At least where we are here for this point. And now we're going back down through the tunnel again. Well, we're pretty well at the bottom now. We've made it down to the concrete walkway. Again. It is raining again.
So if you see it squinting, it's because we have raindrops falling. Well, you do. I do.
But the walkway is a lot easier than we thought it would be.
Yeah.
Not really worn out. So
there were a few portions where like the kids were just cruising and we were kind of like, oh man, stairs.
We made it up in 35 minutes, and so 35 minutes up, I don't know, we spent maybe 10-15 minutes at the top, and then probably 35 on the way down, for a grand total trip of about 90 minutes. We're getting breakfast at the hotel. This is our nice little spot. A little breakfast nook here. What did you get?
Chocolate chips.
You got chocolate chips to put on top of your pancake? Mm-hmm. And Kahlua pork. There's Kahlua pork for breakfast. Oh, we're coming into the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. We paid ahead of time online. Something I probably should have researched before we got here. We just followed the GPS to the museum, started to come on to the military base, and we got turned around because we're not military and we can't come on the base. They sent us to the visitor center, and then we had to take a shuttle over here, and that lost us about 30-45 minutes of our time because of the mishap. The visitor center is actually kind of like a gateway to a lot of different museums around the area, from the Aviation Museum that we're here at right now to the USS Missouri, as well as the USS Arizona. So like all of those are all connected at the visitor center, and then you branch out from that visitor center to whichever museum or memorial you're going to check out. Just be aware that everything is through the visitor center, which is off the island, and you have to get a shuttle onto the island or wherever you're going. And here's a look of the inside of Hangar 37, which is the primary hangar here at the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. Everything that you find here is going to be remnants from the war, and this is a Japanese aircraft, what was left of it anyway, after the war. This is the name of that aircraft. So we found this big map. James loves maps, so he's fascinated by this, but he's pointing to you right now at Diamond Head, which we climbed this morning. There's Waikiki right next to it. This here is a piece of the USS Arizona that they've fished out of the water, I guess. It says it's a section of the ship's main deck framing removed from the galley porthole compartments on the port side of the ship. Here's a little model of a plane. I'm not sure if it's the same plane that's right here, or because they don't, they're not painted the same, but they look like they might be the same type of plane. Now we've come into a little Bob Hope building, which has a few different displays about Bob Hope. The rain has let up a little bit, at least enough for me to feel comfortable pulling my phone out. You can still see it raining pretty good, but this is Hangar 79. Another one of the hangars that you can come take a look at. I don't think we're going to be able to go inside, but we can look through the doors, they said, to see what's inside. Over there is one of the Blue Angels. So it says your donations are at work and they're currently performing renovations. We cannot go in there. There's a gate here right where we're standing that won't let us enter, but we can look in and see the different planes that are on the inside. Normally you would be able to go in and walk around these planes. One of the things you can still see are the bullet holes in the panes of glass that are from World War II. Go ahead.
I see the sun.
Oh, the sun has come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we are headed over to the USS Arizona Memorial. Here's a part of the USS Arizona that is still above water. We can see that from the memorial here. The white markers out in the water are representative of where other ships were whenever the attack on the harbor began. Here in this little overlook, you can see more of the boat underneath the water. Unfortunately, the camera is getting a lot of glare. This angle's a little bit better. On the other side, we can see more of the ship down in the water. We've got a little bit of sunshine. At least the rain has stopped, even if the clouds still kind of look like this. But we're making the most of our day, having a good time. The ferry boat took us over to the USS Arizona, where we had approximately about 15 minutes to kind of meander around the memorial and take any photos or video that we wanted to, but they asked us to be quiet and respectful while we were over there. Also over here, there are a portion of the museums that are actually free admission, like there's no cost to go into them, and those are in the buildings over there. They're just part of coming here to the visitor center.
The only cost that you might have to get into this part is that unless you can bring, I think, either like a really small clear bag, you cannot bring a bag into this area. But they do have bag storage just to the side. It was $7 for a regular size bag, $10 I believe for a bigger size bag, but do keep that in mind. We also had to pay $7 for parking. So I guess it's not totally free to come here, but you could come to the museums without having to pay for the ferry and for the aviation museum.
We were recommended to come to Waiola. I think that's how you pronounce it, Waiola Shave Ice. So here we are. We're gonna give it a try. I can't wait. This will be our first experience of real Hawaiian shave ice.
dogwood ice.
And here is mine. This is lemon lime. I am not brave enough to get the sweetened condensed milk on top. Amy got it with the sweetened condensed milk. What do you think? You got mango.
This is good.
I love this. We're gonna get more of this on this trip. We are back in our hotel now, and the view now that the sun has come out and it's blue skies, gorgeous. I love this. This is an amazing, amazing view from the 42nd floor. We are literally, I think, in like one of the tallest buildings in Waikiki. There aren't that many that get taller. I mean, that one straight across from us might be the same height as us, but I don't think any of them are actually taller. Oh yeah, and that tippy top there, I'll put an arrow in the video. That is where we hiked up to in Diamond Head. And because it's a beautiful day, we're headed back to the beach on our little walk. About 10 to 15 minutes from our hotel down to the beach. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Bringing our sand cloud, impervious to sand and water, supposedly. We're gonna find out. Well, clearly there are more people here at the beach today than there were yesterday. Because it's beautiful and sunny now. What are you doing, kids? You trying to build a tower?
No, we're trying to make a hole so Mommy can't see us.
Trying to build a big hole?
The boys are busy digging in the sand, making little, I don't know, sand dams, and having them ruined by the waves. Boys, look here. Look here. Benjamin.
My defense is held. Survived the onslaught from the water raiders. I can't get enough of green and blue on each other. Blue on green, green on blue, whatever you want to call it. So we're coming to Haleiwa Joe's here at Haiku Gardens. And we're gonna see where we're going here. We got all dressed up for coming here to Haleiwa Joe's.
There's no reservations, in case you're wondering. You have to just go up, put your name down. So we got here, what, like 20 minutes after it opened?
At 4:10 we got here.
Yeah, it's still about
Opened
an
at
hour
4.
wait. About an hour wait for us. So we're gonna go explore the gardens. But yeah, it looks really pretty. So we're excited.
Can't wait. Now, there are several locations of Haleiwa Joe's around the island, but we're coming specifically to Haiku Gardens for the view here of the Haiku Garden, which, isn't this just gorgeous? There is Haleiwa Joe's. That's the restaurant we're going to be eating at, and isn't this just perfect? My, what a friendly duck you are. Hello, Mr. Ducky. This duck really likes us. He's just following us. Look, the duck is running to come to see them. It's like, oh, my friends. I'm going to name you Donald, okay? Hi, Donald.
The kids have named him Mr. Duck.
We're at our table at Haleiwa Joe's, and this is our view. Oh man, is that gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So here we have a look at the menu at Haleiwa Joe's. Pupus are appetizers, and so that's the appetizer menu. They have some salads here. On the reverse side, we have some items from the sea, from the land, and sides. And then keikis are going to be children.
Figure out what you want to eat.
Say that right now.
And you're supposed to be figuring out what you want to eat, not being distracted.
Instead, I'm staring at the view. How can you not stare at that view?
I am, but I also want to eat.
How can you not stare at that view? I can't get enough. I'm sorry. So tell me what you ordered.
So I went ahead and ordered the prime rib. They said it's 2.5 pounds. Like, it's huge. We've seen videos of it. The reason I went ahead and did that is because I'm going to share with both the kids. So we ordered it, I guess, poo-poo style. So it's already cut and ready. I'm kind of excited to see how big this thing is. but they both wanted steak, so.
This is the luau crab dip that is a poo-poo. We decided to get one. And this looks really good. I'm excited to try it. And here is their house bread and their homemade guava butter. So that's pretty neat. We're gonna have their house bread and their guava butter.
All this food we've been having everywhere is so good. It's dangerous coming here. It's like all we want to do is eat.
Here's just a look at some more dining from the seat here. And they've got another portion up there as well. I got the kalbi, which is a Korean short rib. Basically, it's a boneless Korean short rib. And I've got a fly that wants to sample my food there. It comes with white rice. And then over here is Amy's plate. This is the 2.5 pound prime rib, already diced up poo-poo style. And she's gonna split that between her and the boys. So we've got 2 empty plates for them to split all that. And I think this is the portion with the bone in it, I assume. They had a New York strip steak for $40, but it was only 14 ounces. This is 30 ounces. Now that includes the bone, of course, but for an extra $10, I mean, look at all that extra meat. And it's definitely splittable between many, many people. This is quite possibly the tastiest meat that I have ever had. It is sweet, it's tender, it's juicy. Wow, this is phenomenal. I've heard nothing but good things about Haleiwa Joe's, and wow. Between the view and the food, this place needs to be on your to-do list.
The meal was fantastic.
You really had a good meal? Yeah? You loved your steak? Well, your prime rib?
Too.
You had prime rib too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
Yum.
Yeah. Those are the only 2 words we can say. Wow and yum.
And the view.
Oh, man. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to add a 3rd word. Wow, yum, gorgeous. All right. Review wrapped. So every Friday night, the Hilton Hawaiian puts out fireworks. And here it is. With the fireworks going off here in the background, I'm just going to go ahead and sign us out. You can click the link off to the side if you want to see our playlist for Hawaii. If this is the first day the video is out, there might not be anything else in there, but as we add more Hawaii videos, that's the place where you can find all of our Hawaii trip. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.